size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread?
Alright, YouTube, it is the Bat Nerd. So, welcome to a Super Saturday review. As I've said already, I am the Bat Nerd, and this is Super Saturday, so obviously I'm reviewing a super movie. And of course, this one is on another anticipated movie, Spider-Man Far From Home. So, this is directed by John Watts and written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, that's it. Starring, of course, Tom Holland, Samuel Jackson, Zendaya, Cody Smolder, Jon Favreau, J.D. Smooths or something, Jacob Batalon, Martin Starr, Marissa, Tommy, and Jake Gyllenhaal. So, before we go any further, I can tell you that this is all spoiler-free, so there is no spoilers for this review, okay? So if you have not seen the movie, you are fine. I'm not giving anything away in this review. So, I'll give you a quick rundown from what we see in the trailer. So basically, you know, it's after Avengers Endgame. Peter Parker, although he's Spider-Man, he still mourns over the loss of Tony Stark, and he's on a trip to Europe, and his vacation gets crashed by Nick Fury, who are facing these creatures called elementals, and, you know, they get help from Mystiro, and then next thing he's, you know, his vacation or holiday, however you put it, is put on hold to save the world. That's all I'm gonna say, so yeah, no spoilers. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this movie. So first of all, the likes. I liked this movie. Not as much as Endgame, but I still loved it. It was a great way to wrap up Phase 3 of the MCU. Yes, this is still Phase 3 of the MCU. This is the last movie of Phase 3, and it will be the last MCU movie for a while. So, yeah, I thought this was a great conclusion to Phase 3. I thought Tom Holland was brilliant in this. Obviously, he's a lot older, a lot smarter in this as Spider-Man. So yeah, he did great in this. Probably the best one since Tobey Maguire. In fact, I would say Far From Home is probably top Spider-Man 2 for me. Yes, I know. I also like the supporting cast in this. Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. Well, so we think is Nick Fury. Like I said, spoiler-free, so I'm not going to tell you anymore. I also like Jake Gyllenhaal as Mystiro. He did a great performance. But of course, his character, well, let's just say, there is a thing about Mystiro that I did see coming, but like I said, I'm not going to share that with you in this one. It's spoiler-free. All I can tell you, Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job. Jon Favreau, too, did a good job with the little comic relief he had in this, playing Happy Hogan. I also liked, you know, Zendaya in this as MJ, which is obviously a reincarnated Mary Jane Watson, but they had to redo her in that because, you know, rights things with Sony and Columbia Pictures, whatever. I did like that this was set in various locations. See, they went to Europe, and hence the title, Far From Home. So Spider-Man is Far From Home, and I like how they start off in Venice, followed by Prague, and then London, which you'll have seen in the trailers anyway. So yeah, I like that they go from various different places and they don't stay in one, like, location or something. But yeah, great sequel to Homecoming. I like the villain in this. Again, no spoilers for this one, so I'm not gonna tell you. Great visuals and great effects all round. There was a lot of CGI in this, which I'll get to a little bit in the dislikes, but brilliant movie, brilliant story. But I do have some flaws with this. I thought there was a lot of CGI in this. I mean, Parker this time I don't think relied too much on the suit he had on, because in the last movie, a lot of the reliability was like in the suit that Stark gave him. But this one, he looked more and felt more independent this time round. And yeah. And he went through the various costumes that we've seen in the past and future movies. Obviously, we see that he wears a black one. And he wears his Iron Spider suit, his regular Spider suit. Yeah, it's great. We get to see him go through various costumes in this one. I also like that they acknowledge the snap. Now, they do mention that the snap tore a hole in the multiverse. Well, I can't tell you that without going into some spoiler territory. But all I know is that in the movie, they acknowledge the snap, that everyone turned to dust, and, the world's aged 5 years, and, yeah, people were right in assuming that Parker and his friends, all his friends, turned to dust, because they did, because they're still teenagers, and they haven't aged in 5 years, because of the snap. So, yeah, I'm sure there's no spoiler in that Parker and his friends all got snapped away, but then they became and it's like kids that were younger than them or like 5 years older than them. It's a teenager can change drastically within 5 years, so yes. And we actually do see what happens when the snap gets reversed, very briefly. Okay, that's enough about that. We see that in the opening scene, and of course everybody knows all of it now with Endgame. You should be, because the Russo brothers lifted the spoiler ban. But yeah, other than them going a bit OTT with the CGI from time to time, this was an enjoyable movie and I absolutely loved it, and it was a great way to end Phase 3. There is a mid-credit scene. A mid-credit scene that has a cameo from an old face from an old Marvel franchise. I won't give it away, but be sure to stick around for it. There is another post-credit scene too, which is kind of cool and worth sitting through, because it's like, they got you. But yeah, like I said, good post-credit scene, good mid-credit scene, so be sure to stick around for that. So yeah, I think that's all I can tell you without giving any spoilers away. I will be doing a spoiler review for this movie, maybe tomorrow, this week, I don't know. Right now, my main concern was getting this spoiler-free review up for Super Saturday. So, let's see. Spider-Man Far From Home. I have to say, I think it was better than Spider-Man Homecoming, I really do. Which is very rare for a sequel to outdo its predecessor, but what the hell, I loved it. Avengers, I thought that got better as they went on, but anyhow. With all that being said, I think I'm going to give Spider-Man Far From Home, do you know what, this for me gets 4 Batarangs out of 5. 4 Batarangs out of 5 for Spider-Man Far From Home, so there you go. That has been my review on Spider-Man Far From Home, spoiler-free, for Super Saturday. Have you seen this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. We can have a discussion. Just please don't go posting any spoilers, because as I've said already, this is a spoiler-free review, and people that will have not seen it may not want to know, so I will ask you to keep it spoiler-free. But when I get my spoiler review up, yeah, you can talk away. But yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description, so you can check all that out. So yes, I've been the Bat Nerd, and this has been Super Saturday Movie Review. So, until next time, Bat Nerd out.